I'm not going to be able to have not going to be able to see much of me today. That's fine. Let's put face together then. Work together. I'm going to be quite close to you, Mark. Is that right?
Lovely, Polly.
No, that's a really bad recording. Okay, so let's stand with our feet sitting underneath our hips. And relax the body, close your eyes, let your body sinking towards your feet. So I want you to stop on your knees, so get a little knee bend. And then I want you to tuck your tailbone under. So just draw a little kind of tilt to the pelvis. So you're squeezing your navel to the base of the spine. We're going to inhale, lift our shoulders up towards our ears, and exhale, rotate back and down. Just repeat that movement. So we're just going to get a little bit of mobilization in the shoulders. Inhaling up, exhaling back and down. Start hearing boxing, isn't it? Inhale, exhale. So you're probably, a lot of you are on that video, right? And then pause, go the other way. Inhale, exhale, forward. So squeeze, open through the back to the shoulders, pull them back as you lift. 2 more in that direction. And then pause. Do 1 more back for me and open your palms. Take a deep breath in, exhale, take your arms up. I want you to interlace your fingers and turn your palms away, stretch out through the arm. And then drop your shoulders. The instant you lift your arms, your shoulders lifted, drop them down. Soften through the knees, squeeze the belly, and take a side bend over towards the right, squeezing through your obliques to return back to center, same direction. Exhale over. Inhale, center, keep going. Just going to put some music on. So think about stretching out through that left side. Lifting up and opening out and squeezing the belly. So just going one direction for now, just to the left. Just to the left. Right, right. Right. Oh. Ooh, hello. So do another 2, that same direction. And that last one, just hold it and let's stretch further. Squeeze the belly, lift and lengthen. Now make sure that right shoulder hasn't dipped away. Try and take your eye gaze up towards the sky, a gentle rotation. Squeeze your back. Don't let any pressure go into your lower back. Inhale back to center. Open the arms back and down. Roll the shoulders once. We'll come to the other side in 2 seconds. We're going to float our arms forward and sink our bottoms back behind us into the baby squat. Baby squat. Inhale. Pull your arms back, squeeze your shoulders back behind you. Exhale, push back, lengthen your arms, just about shoulder height. Inhale back. And again. Back. So be really relaxed with the shoulders, because the second you start doing things, everything kind of tenses up here. Just release with the shoulders. Now, little tip as you drop down into those squats. As you sit back, lengthen your spine, push your bottom back into your heels. So you should always be able to lift your toes to the front as if you're going to sit back in the chair. Another thing I want you to think about, what are your knees doing? They should sit in line with your middle toes. So have a look down at your knees in your next squat. Make sure your knees are protruding inwards. Keep them beautifully parallel. 2 more of these. Inhale, exhale, float away, come back up. Last one, we hold. So let's wake up these thighs and buttocks. Look forward. Pull your shoulder blades back behind you. Make sure you're not hunching up. Let's press up and down. 10, 9. Make sure those knees are knocking inwards. 7, 6. Go deeper. Come on, sit back into those heels. Last 2. And then on that next one, we jump up and get it to the floor. And rest your body weight into your hands. Push your heels down and then extend those legs and bend those knees. So lengthen and bend. Let's wake up these hamstrings. Breathing in as you bend your knees and breathing out as you push your legs into extension. Having more jolly music today. 2 more. Hold that lengthening through the legs. Drop your chin towards your chest, soften through your spine. If you need to keep your knees bent, please do so. Drive your chest further to the sides and try and push those legs into more of an extension. Put your weight into your heels. Open out the back of the knees. Shoulders relax. Take 2 more breaths. Every exhalation through your mouth, let your body relax a little bit more. And then as we inhale, keep the belly in. Exhale, grow back up through the spine. Slowly stepping your vertebrae one by one. Squeezing your belly. Roll those shoulders. Open your arms. Interlace the fingers, push your palms away, soften your knees, squeeze your backs. Let's go over to the left. Inhale. So what we're trying to achieve here is stabilization in your hips, and we're trying to wake up this side flexion. Side flexion is the first thing to lose. So we want to really open out, squeeze the belly to support. Now, see if you can lengthen your elbows more. Shoulders length. 4 more to the left. As you weight down to both sides of the body, make sure your knees are soft, knees nice and bent. Hold your last one. Stretch the arms. Now turn your eye gaze up towards the sky, so your shoulders very gently rotate. Squeeze the belly, go deeper. Inhale, exhale up, center, release your arms. Back, so squat. Let's float down. In fact, let's take these squats a little bit wider. Heel toe yourself, just a bit wider than the shoulders. Pull your arms back. You're squeezing your shoulder blades, opening out through the front of the shoulders. Exhale, sink down. So, our toes very subtly turn out to the corners of the room. I don't want to see feet really wide, but I also don't want to see feet narrow. Now, we're pushing our weight behind us, reaching our arms forward. So you're sinking into a chair. Lovely. Now, check out your knee positioning. If you can, take your arms higher up to your ear, but only if you can. Exhale up. Don't lose the spinal positioning. More mobilization for your shoulders. We're going for 8. 7. Keep sinking back into those hips. 6. Lovely. Keep thinking beautiful straight spine. Shoulders back. 4 more. 3. You can take your arms, just shoulders, that's better for you. 2. This is your last one. So left, hold. Now see if you can reach your arms. Squeeze your belly, stick your bottoms back, reach into your heels. And 10, 9, 8. Make sure those knees are protruding inwards. 5, 4. Stick your bottom back behind you. And we drop our fingertips to the floor. Extending those legs again. So take your weight into your fingers very subtly, but keeping all 4 corners of your feet on the floor. And then bend and extend those legs as we inhale, exhale. And because your legs are slightly wider start, you'll feel this a little bit more in your lower back. And just keep going through your breath. Breathing in to bend, breathing out to lengthen. Those feet parallel, check out your foot positioning. They will naturally fall into their comfortable place. I want you to take them into the correct positioning. So you're not protruding your weight into the arches of your feet. Do 1 more breath and hold that stretch. Let's sink lower. Walk your fingers into your toes, your chest to your thigh. Push the backs of your knees behind you, lift your bottoms to the sky. Flexibility is so vital in everything we do. Is that right, Anthony?
I don't find it particularly much, but
Okay, soften the knees, hands to the floor. Let's take a little walk down to hands and knees. Slide the front of your feet to the ground. Lift your eyelids, lift your bottom. Cat cow. Pull your shoulder blades back behind you. So lovely little arch of the spine. So we're not moving, we're just holding this extension. And then we're going to scoop the belly in and come into an arch of the spine. Pushing the floor away. Do that again. So we lift our chin up, we lift our bottom up, and we allow the spine to sink in the center. Everything's kind of relaxed. And then we take a long deep breath in, and as we undulate through the spine, we scoop in the belly in to create that wonderful arch. So we're stretching out that spine. And then bring your spine back to center. Find a nice little comfortable kind of balance through the body. Take your left leg behind you. Reach your right arm. Point through your toes. Reach your fingers. Find that beautiful balance. We hold here as we breathe in. Exhale, open out 45-degree angle. Back to center. Open out again. So we're doing a little bit of side abduction in the hip. And the arm just follows the leg. So it's very easy just to let your arms swing around and come back in. We are just working on a little squeeze out and center. Be soft in your left arm. Don't put too much pressure in it. 5 more of these. Keep your torso, the whole center point of your body in the middle. Give me 2 more. Don't let those legs sink. Squeeze your butt. Keep that body in a beautiful straight line. When you've done your last one, come back to center. Reach a little bit further. Hold the arm and the leg in the middle. Now your right butt cheek might start feeling this. Keep pressing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Arch through the spine. Keep the belly in. Drop down to your elbows. Right, so all of you have heard and potentially done a plank, yeah? We're going to do what we call a little half plank or a stumpy plank. So you tuck your toes and you lift your knees into a hover. So you've got your back flat, your eye gaze to the front of your hand, and you're engaged in your abdomen. So my knees are hovered off the floor. You can stay here and just lower them down, take a breath in and lift them back up, hold for a breath and do that, okay? If you want to make it a little bit easier, step your right leg back, your left leg back, your right foot in, your left foot in. Then your left foot out, right foot out, left foot in, right foot in. So you're alternating. Right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right. Get what I'm saying? So this is meant to be challenging on your core, your shoulders, your thighs. Your easiest option is to just lift into a hover and lower if you want to go there. Excuse me. Just work on the breath. I want to work on feeling your abs really engaging. If you're doing the little hover and the drop and the hover and the drop, give me 4 more. See if you can hold your hover for another extra breath. If you're alternating that walking in and out, give me another 4, please. Squeeze the belly. Try not to drop your chin and look under. Easily tempted to do so. And everybody, when you've done your last one, I want you to hold your little hover plank. Knees off the floor, eye gaze forward, squeeze the belly. Those of you that want a little bit more, kick it out, hold. So let's work on this plank, everybody. Squeeze the belly in, try not to drop your knees, hold there everyone for 10 seconds. Breathe. What we want to achieve is some shaking. The shaking, you work in your core. Don't let your knees lift too high. Last 4, 3, 2, and everybody drop the knees down. Slide your bottom back into your heels, lengthen your arms, and take a few breaths in. Melt your head and chest, reach your fingers forward, push your bottom back into your heels, stretch out through that lower back and down through your lap, the side of the body. Just do a little bit of an extra stretch here. So we take your hands, slide them originating behind the base of the spine. Keep your head down and just push your arms up towards the sky. It'll reach you over towards the mirrors. So really open out the front of the shoulders. So I want you to try and get your fingers equally interlaced together and then really push those arms up and high and really mobilize the shoulders basically. Go a little bit further, one more breath. And then gently release. Bring your hands forward, come up with your hands and knees. Take a nice long deep breath in, lovely straight spine, abs engaged. Right leg, take it back, lift it up, left arm comes forward, find your balance. If you're feeling off balance, tuck your toes under on that left foot, and it gives you a little bit more support. So we find that center point, we take a breath in, exhale, out to the corners of the room, 45 degrees, and back to center. Exhale out. So another little tip, the right arm is your stabilizing arm. If you lock it, you're going to either feel that in your elbow joint, or you'll feel it in your shoulder joint. If you stop in your elbow, then that will activate all the muscles, and that's where the strength stabilization building up those muscles will come from literally that soft bend in the elbow, kick straight into the muscles of the end joint. Okay, 4 more. Don't let those legs drag down. Be strong. Keep thinking about reaching, elongation of the body. Last 2. Give me 1 more. Big, big reach out. Then everyone come to center. Stay long. Abs on. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep reaching. Come on, come on, come on. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hand down, knee down. Take a little stretch of the spine. And then come back to a straight spine. Drop down to your elbows. Interlace your fingers. The last thing we're going to do in this position, we're going to go on to our backs in a minute. Take your legs long this time. Fairly narrow. See if you can come into a full toe plank. Now, please don't feel the pressure here. If your abs start to feel it, if your back starts to take it away from your abs, please drop your knees down to the floor and do a half plank. But if you are on your knees, let your hips kind of lower to the level of your shoulders. Eye gaze slightly forward, push your weight back into your heels, extend those knees, abs up nice and tight. If those of you who are feeling strong today want a challenge, hover your left leg off the floor. So you're going to do half plank, just come out there. And the toes pushing down. No, not your knees, just your body. That's it. I think it's perfect. Let's squeeze it out underneath my fingers. Lovely. If you're holding one leg up, put the legs over. You've got 15 more seconds. Just isolate this time. Challenge yourself. Squeeze those tummy muscles in really tight. Relax through the shoulders, but be strong through the back and core. We're nearly there. 1 more really big deep breath. And then just bring your hands under your forehead. Take a little wriggle side to side of your hips. Let your body be comfortable. Let your body be heavy in the floor. Okay, I want you to take your arms forward for me. And push your hip bones down into the ground. We're going to lift our left leg, right arm up, take it out 45 degrees, back to the middle, and drop it down, and then swap to the other side. Now, I want you to lift your head and chest with your arms, so that everything stays in line, spine stays in line. Try not to let your eye gaze lift too high, just slightly forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you're trying not to follow your arm with your eyes, because if you follow your arm, you're actually moving your upper body. You want to kind of keep your eye gaze in one spot. Isolate the whole body. Think about keeping both hip bones firmly pushed down towards the floor at every point. So purely your buttock muscles working. And this isn't about how high you can get, it's about how far you can reach. So we're trying to stretch the arms away from the shoulders, stretch the legs away from the hips, and purely work through your whole center of your body. So you need to kind of have quite a lot of focus, quite a lot to think about. So let's go 1 more on each side. Pause in the middle, even your last one. Take a breath in here. Lift your left leg, right arm, reach up, and we're going to go out and center 10 times. Out and center. Come on, squeeze those butts, lift those legs, lengthen away. Give me 5 more. 4, 3, 2, hold your last one into the center. Let's pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, reach. 4, 3, 2, and release it. Now bend that same leg in, flex the foot, take your left hand around to catch the ankle. Pull the toes in, slide your fingers to the foot if you feel you want to. Push your heel into your bottom, starting to feel a little stretch down the quad, front of the thigh. But if you push your hip and pelvis down into the ground, you feel that stretch even more. If you're struggling to reach your leg, roll over onto your right side, catch your foot here, and then maybe you can come back over onto the front. Push the knees together, and then just look up towards me. If you want to take this up a level, you can lift the thigh, lift your chest, and lift your arm, and hover your right leg. Your choice, okay? Drawing in the core, reaching the thigh off the ground. Otherwise, keep the knees squeezed together, your hips pushed down, stretch that quad. Hold it for 5, 4. I'm on my own here. Am I on my own?
Do it in the
Release. Take a little wriggle through those hips again. Arms forward, legs together. Inhale, exhale, right leg, left arm. Reach it away, let's take it out to the side, back into the center, 10 times. Get your head and chest off the ground as well, so you're working through your spine. Last 5. And when we've done that last one, stay in the middle, reach a little bit more, pulse, 10, 9. Remember, I lift those, sorry, keep those hip bones down the ground, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that back leg, slide the right hand around, catch. So bring the knees together first. Then you can push your thighs and your hips into the floor. You can pull your knees together and heel into bottom. And that might be a strong enough stretch for you, so stay there and breathe. If you want to challenge, you can push the thigh away, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arm, lift the leg, knee off the ground, Mark. Come on, lift that knee off the ground. Come on, it will. It will. If you're staying on the floor, push your knees together, push your hips further to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Hands on the forehead, another wriggle of those hips. Okay, we are going to roll over onto our side. So if you all roll over and face the knee this way, so turn to your left, I'll turn to my right. That should be all right. Bodies in a straight line. Rest your arm onto your ear. Okay. So your top hand can be resting just in front of your chest. When you look down your body, anything you should be able to see your toes. Okay, we're going to lift the top leg, and we're going to lift the bottom leg, and we're going to hold the legs right there. You've got floating legs. So the bottom leg stays where it is. Squeeze the legs together to start with. And then point the toes away. Top leg is going to lift up and tap back down. So this exercise, you need to keep your hips stacked. So your top hip is above your bottom hip. If you rotate your hip, your legs just fly up quite happily. And that's what we want to avoid doing. We want to make the muscles work in a way that they don't usually work. So if I rotate my hip, my leg just happily flies up like that. So my hip bones stay stacked. I'm just squeezing that abduction like we've already done in the hips today. Just going against gravity, just makes it a little bit harder. If it gets too much, drop the lower leg down and work the top leg over the bed. Okay, 6 more. Squeezing that outer buttock. 4, 3, 2, hold your next one up. Up. Now you should be starting to feel something happening in that buttock. 4, 3, 2. Now close the legs together. Don't drop your legs down. Lift up a little bit more. Lift up. Hold the legs there. Now, with this pulse, your legs together, just keep pressing the legs up and down. Imagine that top leg is now resting on your bottom leg. So the inner thigh of your left leg is now doing the work. So it takes the pressure off the top leg. So you let your top leg to get a little rest. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Use the waistline. Hold. Top leg lifts back up again. Keep your hand there. We're going to take it into a circle. A little move forward, squeeze up, and a little squeeze behind. It's not a massive circle. It needs to be controlled. If you feel out of control, bend your lower knee forward, relax it on the ground, and your circle will become far more controlled. That's up to you. I'm going to do it because of my phone. Yes, pain. Now, the pain gets pretty unbearable. Bend the knee and circle with the knee bend, and you've just taken it off some of the load. So you can just get a little bit more mobilization. Give me 4 more. 3, 2. We're going the other direction. Squeeze back, lift up, take it forward, not too far. Are we losing legs? Yeah. Come on, keep going. Give me 5 more. 5, 4. Lift that leg up higher than your hips, guys. 2. Hold it in the middle. Lift it up, 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 up. And release both your knees forward. Give it a little rub, a little bash, do whatever you need to do. Release the muscle. Remember, Pilates is about working muscles that you don't work on a daily basis. That's the beauty of Pilates. And also, you don't realise it's going to hurt until 2 days later, which is also a beauty. All I want you to do here is just roll over onto your back. So you're staying in the same position, creating a little pattern. Actually, for filming purposes, I might get you all to swing around the other way. If you just slide your head, if you actually, do 180 degree turn back to the top. Usually, we would make a pattern, but that kind of ruins it. So take a couple of breaths here, just let your spine relax to the floor. Take your arms slightly wider than your mat. You've got a little bit more stability. Slide your shoulder blades under. Inhale, exhale, imprint your spine, lift your legs to tabletop. It's a 90-degree angle. Now, extend one leg forwards, straighten it to hover, point the toe to bring the knee back in again. So we're pushing through the sole of the foot, and then pointing the toe to bring the leg back in. So dorsiflexion, pushing the sole of the foot towards the mirror, point the toe, pull the knees back in. Change your ankle positioning. Okay, another really important thing about this exercise. If your lower back is being pulled off the ground, and you've lost the control through your tummy muscles, or you feel like you're using your shoulders to hold yourself there, please reduce your range. And by that I mean, kick your legs higher towards the sky rather than low towards the floor. It's all about you taking control in your core. It's not about you trying to push yourself so that your back starts straining. Otherwise, it's pointless. It's about building up that strength, using your breath. So exhale through your mouth as you lengthen, and then inhale as you bend your knee back in again. Find that rhythm, find that pattern. You want to do the opposite. That's the problem. Now, if you want a little bit more, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and lift your arms to hover to try and get those shoulder blades off the ground. And let's speed it up, guys. Lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend. You don't have to be in a crunch. You can stay flat on the ground. You can stop at any point you wish. You can hold your legs here if you want to just take that challenge away a little bit. Otherwise, press away. Press away. Come on, let's speed it up. Start shocking your muscles. 8, 7, 7 each leg. Lift your shoulders more. 6, crunch. 5. Last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lift your shoulders. 2. Give me one more. And then straighten the legs up to the sky. Head and shoulders down. Push the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Lengthen out through those legs. Push your bottom down into the ground. Firmly down into the ground. Come on, gentlemen. Straighten those legs beautifully. 5, 4, 3, 2, and have a little hug in. Little roll around that lower back. Could do a quick spinal rotation whilst we're here. Drop the knees over to the right. Catch the thigh with your right hand and open your left arm and drop that left shoulder in towards the floor. Enjoy that stretch. Really breathe into it. We're going to be here for about 10 to 15 seconds. So you should get 3 breaths in. Try and push the knees together. Push the left shoulder further into the ground. One more breath. Then release that top leg, open the arm the other way, lift those knees carefully up to center and transition to the other side, but not fast, take it slowly. Left hand on the thigh, right shoulder blade into the ground, eye gaze to the right. Lovely long deep breath here. Give me one more breath. And release the arm, roll those knees back, center, and pop the feet down into the ground. Arms come down by your side, slide your shoulder blades under, pin your feet firmly to the ground. We're going to inhale, lift your hips, roll the hips, and come up into a bridge. Now, again, we're going to go a little bit more into a faster movement, hamstring grab. Happens quite a lot of bridges. It does help if you put your little bit closer in. Okay. So your challenge here is to we're going to work kicking one leg to the sky, swapping to the other side. And what we want to try and challenge is keeping our hips as still as possible. So if you can, you're going to take your left knee in, kick your left leg up, bend it, pop it back down and swap. Right knee in, kick it up, bend it, swap. Left, kick, bend, down. Right, kick, bend, down. If that's not for you, just subtly lift one knee in, pop it back down, and swap to the other side, and pop it back down. Otherwise, kick, down, big kick, just activating back to the side. Keep it going, give me 8 more. Hips up higher, squeeze your butt. 5, 4, let's stay together on this. 3, 2, one more. And 1. Hips up high. Lift your heels. Squeeze your thighs a bit closer together. Pulse those hips. 10, 9, 8. Close those knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And then drop your heels over your knees and roll it out. Now you're going to roll yourself over and we're going to work the other leg. So you're on your left. You're on your left side last time, so you're rolling over to me again to work your other side. You change that end. Your head is down that end last time. Left hand in front of the chest, legs together. Squeeze the belly, that's everything you need to be. Now lift those top legs, those 2 legs One up, the other up, squeeze and hold. And hold that. Point the toe, and we're going to lift the top leg up and down. So abduction in that right leg. So statement towards the other side. So let your hips rotate over, your leg will fly out quite happily. We don't want anything to be done happily. Anything to feel quite the whole time. Squeeze the legs together, lift back up. Now, if you don't like that bottom leg being covered, you feel free to stop it at any point. It does make it a bit easier. Okay, give me another 8. Right, we're facing the picture. It's like agony from the start. Oh. 3 more. So those 2 legs come together and squeeze them in. Now your right inner thigh is holding that top leg. Lift it up and down. So expect loads of movement here. So imagine the top leg is resting, the inner thigh is doing the work. Keep the control, up, down, up, down. So the same consistency on the movement up and movement down. Quite easy to lift up and drop, lift up and drop. Keep it a flow. Just give me 6 more. Last 2. And then we stop on that last one. And then lift that top leg up. And we're going into those circles. Now, this is where, if you want to bend that lower knee now to the floor, and you have a lot more base, get into those circles. Now, these circles, I didn't mention this enough on the other side, your toe at the same point, so your leg is beautifully extended. You're pulling your leg back behind you by squeezing your butt. It pulls your leg into a hip extension, but not enough so that your hips then protrude forward. You know what I mean? Squeeze it. Give me another 6. 5. Big circles. Come on. 4. 3. 2. Get them higher. And 1. Pause. Let's go the other way. Legs up. Squeeze it. I want to see your legs going higher than your hips. Remember, you can take the load off by doing half a leg. See that same consistency in terms of the speed, time under tension, but the slower, the harder you go. 4, 3, some of you find it a lot easier on this side. 2, hold, lift up, and then pause. 10, 9, get it as high as you can go. 4, 3, 2, and release. So generally, your left side, even though if your right hand and right leg is your left side, will find it easier because you've got more freedom. Even though it's weaker, your right side will get more tension. There wasn't enough like pain bases on this side. Maybe I should have done an extra set. Swing yourself over onto the back. Okay, we're going to do one more last exercise. We'll take it into a bit more of a stretch. Legs straight up to the sky, arms down by your side. So we did this at tabletop earlier. Now we're going to do it with legs straight. It's your choice. You can bend your knees if you wish. Okay, right leg down. Lift it up. Left leg down. Lift it up. So we dorsiflex. Heel leads the way. Point the toe. Lift back up again. Heel leads the way. Point the toe back up. Now it's exactly the same. We want to make sure the lower back's not taking the pressure. If you're feeling your lower back struggling, please go back to bent knees and do a leg extension and a knee bend. And also just make sure you haven't hunched your shoulders up to your ears. Pull them back and down. Excellent. Now let's take a little bit more focus into the rib cage. Draw your rib cage down into the floor so you're activating every part of your abdomen, not just your lower tummy. If you want more, head and shoulders and arms lift off the ground. Let's speed it up. If you can, and this is your choice, you can keep your toes pointed and then cross over, cross over, cross over, cross over. But you don't have to. I'm just giving you the option to spend the next 30 seconds lifting up in those shoulder blades, straightening those legs, and cross, cross. Your chance now to work your abs to their maximum. See if you can lift your shoulders if you haven't already tried. Come on, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Legs faster, abs on, 7, 6, 5, 4, lift those shoulders, and hug your knees in. Take them wide, open the feet, pull the knees towards your armpit, and take a little roll. Side to side. And then put the feet down, take your left ankle over your right knee, lift your right thigh, catch around the outside of your thigh, and then drop your head and shoulders to the ground, just stretch that left buttock. So you want to feel like you haven't lifted your bottom off the ground. Try and pin your bottom back down, so your whole thigh is pressing to the ground, and then pull your shoulders back and down, open that left knee, and find that stretch. Very easy, just to hunch the shoulders, drop them back and down, breathe. Okay, just drop your right foot down to the ground, stretch your left leg up to the sky, catch around the back of your left thigh, and stretch the hand. Okay, so here, I want you to try and get a good firm grip, push the back of the knee straight as possible, pull your toes down, and then slide your right leg down to the floor. Don't we like a band to make their stretch harder, like, but in a good way. Like, if you can catch, quite nice to get a band, not these still knotted, over the ball of the foot, you go there, I mean, so once you see, so what the band enables you to do is give you a little bit more give. So you can feel your leg going a little bit straighter. And then you can pin your left hip bone back down to the floor. Imagine pulling your left hip down into the ground, pushing your right leg away and feeling that wonderful stretch in the hand. Nice and start using things again in the group. And it's really good to hold the stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds to get into that position. Now, all I want you to do from here is lift your right leg up, take your foot underneath that band, remove the left one, and press the left leg straight to the floor. Now, let's work on this right side. So imagine you're driving your right hip bone down into the floor, kind of pushing it back into its position, slotting it back into place. Left leg firmly on the ground and bend your elbows, drive that right leg in, straight to the knees. Couple more breaths, breathe. And then bend your left knee, pop your right ankle over that left knee, release the band, drive that left thigh in, catch around the back of the thigh, and stretch the right buttock. So a little bit more weight over into the left buttock. Push your sitting bones into the floor, open that right knee out, and then drive the thigh closer in towards you. Nice long deep breath into the nose out from the mouth. Excuse me. Okay, I want you to just keep hold of your left thigh, slide the right leg off, and then use that leg just to leave yourself up and come and sit yourself up in a comfortable cross-legged position if it's comfortable for you. If it's not, take your legs to where you feel comfortable. Hands on the knees, sit yourself up tall. Chest up, shoulders back, arms open. Use your core, sit tall. And then inhale, raise your arms up and place your fingers, take a full stretch up. Extend your elbow, drop your shoulder. Bring your arms forward, turn your palms in and open out your shoulder blades. Fly. Alright, I'm Australian now. Drop your chin to your chest, squeeze your fingers, and imagine you're trying to open deep into the shoulder. Then turn your palms away again, lift up. Then reach your hands behind you, lean into your arms and lift your chest. And then just bring your hands back onto your knees. Sit tall. Open your arms one more time, then inhale your arms up, bring your hands together, give yourself a bow, give yourself a clap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. So nice to have a lovely group back again. Thank you. Thanks, guys.